So he had way more opportunities to do that. Okay? Also, when I look at my notes here, and we're talking about his comments and was it a shot at LeBron, absolutely not. This is a guy that's being honest and transparent. If the real question, the right question to ask is why he believes this. And when you break that down on why Kyrie believes this is because I don't think anybody believes that LeBron James is the best when it comes to closing out the game or finishing a game. If you really think about it, it's been a discussion his entire career is him being a closer. Nick, you said this yesterday when we were comparing LeBron and MJ. And I thought it was brilliant because when you think about attributes a player can have, you think about 3 or 4, people name it, but you named like 10. But let me highlight a couple that you said when you said why LeBron James is the best. You said he's the biggest, the strongest, the most durable, the better scorer, the better passer, the better defender. You didn't say finisher.
Yeah.
You didn't say scorer. And when you look at the question posed to Kyrie, he was talking about finishing games. If it's been a knock on LeBron to finish games, and Kyrie, his teammate, says, in those situations, I want the ball. I'm the better finisher. And this is the first time that I can look on the court and say, oh, this guy can hit that shot too. He really believes that. So why are we crushing him? And think about this. The last shot of the game, who do you want to take the shot, Nick? Do you want KD?
LeBron.
Or do you want LeBron to take that shot?
LeBron. LeBron, the guy who, listen, you can say it's been a narrative, and in Kyrie's world, it's also a narrative that the world might not be round. There's a lot of narratives floating around him. But luckily, we have facts. We have cartographers and space shuttles to tell us about the shape of the earth, and we have playoff history. We have, Brandon, LeBron James has hit more playoff game winners, as Broussard said, than any player ever. He has a higher field goal percentage.
He had way more opportunities.
No,
we're talking about closing out the game.
Brandon,
we're talking about closing. We're talking about Nick. We're talking about closing out a game. That's what we're talking about. Go back to the Heatles. Go back to the Miami days. Remember the discussion, Chris. Have you forgotten? I know you covered basketball for 30+ years, but think about the discussion around the Heatles. It was who's going to take the last shot? Is it D Wade or is it LeBron? If he's the best player, it became LeBron after 8 years.
Brandon. No, after 1 year. Brandon, I love you. You're just, you have fallen into the same narrative trap. No, Indiana game-winning layup, Chicago game-winning 3, Toronto game-winning 3, or game-winning banker, sorry, Indiana game-winning 3, Orlando game-winning 3. I mean, and forget the opportunities. On a percentage basis, he is the most clutch playoff scorer ever as far as field goal makes. I think Kobe was like 6 for 23 in his career. MJ, I think, was 7 of 19. And LeBron, at last count, I think, is 8 for 17. Do the math on it. So you've fallen into the same narrative trap Kyrie fell into. The problem is Kyrie played with him. And the other problem is this, Brandon. Kyrie wouldn't own it. Kyrie would not own it. Kyrie would not then. He just, if you're going to say it, say it. Broussard, don't then go on IG Live and say, basically, fake news, bad media. It's a big problem, by the way. People calling real news fake news. And Kyrie's fallen into that, too.
It's not. Like, he believes it. He believes it. He believes. I'm not, listen, I'm not trying to hijack this conversation, but no, we gotta state the facts because the narrative and the storylines over the last 17 years has been LeBron James. Can he become a closer? That's one. Number two, in those moments, those clutch moments, the game within 5 points, underneath 5 minutes, what has LeBron James did? Why is he dishing? Why isn't he taking over the game like Kobe Bryant, like Michael Jordan? You guys can't sit here and say you guys have had these same conversations.
Brandon, first of all, you did a decent job of explaining the situation. I'll give you this. I don't think, if you want to take the phrase a shot literally, I don't think Kyrie was trying to be mean-spirited and necessarily go at LeBron. But he did, in fact, say, I've never had a teammate I could trust to hit that big shot other than now KD. LeBron has hit the shot. I'll agree with you. If I had the choice, I'd give it to Michael Jordan at the end of the game rather than LeBron. I'm not saying LeBron's the greatest closer we've ever seen. But what I am saying is he has proven...
The last shot, KD or LeBron? KD or LeBron last shot?
Well, if I don't have a stacked 73-win team with KD, I'm going LeBron.
No, just answer the question.
If I got that
KD,
Golden State team...
KD or LeBron?
No, it matters. Context matters. Context matters. KD, OKC, LeBron, anywhere else, LeBron. That Golden State team where you had to worry about Steph, Clay, and you can't focus on Kevin Durant, who is a better shooter than LeBron, flat out. Yeah, I'll give it to him. But no, LeBron...
I gotta let Nick jump in here.
No, I can't let this go on.
What's going on?
Guys, he's 22 years old against a champion Piston team, and he scores 29 of the final 30 points to get himself to his first NBA Finals. Couple years later against Orlando, he hits a 3 to walk off for his first career buzzer beater. He had the bad moment against Dallas. After that, what did he do in the biggest moments? Oh, against KD, washed him in the finals. The next year, who do you trust? Well, I don't know. What's the biggest spot you possibly could be in? How about Game 7 of a finals, one-possession game, less than 30 seconds left? LeBron James in Kawhi Leonard's eye from 19 feet to ice that. The next Game 7 of the NBA Finals, Kyrie hit the 3. All the power to him, one of the biggest shots ever. LeBron hit the free throw to ice the game.
You want to glance over that? You want to glance over that? To get the third ring.
I'm not glancing
to get the third
over
ring,
Brandon,
you want to glance over that. The person that hit the biggest shot in that series, you want to glance over that. Come on.
No,
Come
I'm
on.
not. No, because nobody is questioning Brandon. No, wait. Brandon nobody is questioning if Kyrie can make a clutch shot. So I don't have to gloss over anything. We're acknowledging
But that is the conversation. I'm not saying that LeBron isn't great. What I'm saying, I'm answering a question, and we're looking at what Kyrie actually talked about. He talked about the clutch moment in those shots. In Cleveland, when they were teammates, the biggest shot to get them the ring, it was made by Kyrie. So when you talk about what this guy is thinking,
LeBron. It's fine for Kyrie to say, I think I was the best option. That is fine. But to act like LeBron can't get it done, he's gotten it done. That's all I'm saying.
And this isn't,
not Brandon
it done when he's LeBron versus
That's not the question. That's not what we're talking about. If LeBron can get it done, that's not what we're talking about. No, that's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about if LeBron can get it done. That's not the conversation.
No,
that's not the conversation.
We're staying here for a second.
The conversation is not if LeBron can get it right.
Gino, wait. We're staying here for a second. It is a LeBron-Kevin Durant comparison. That is the one Kyrie is making. So if you want to say Kevin Durant's made those big shots, made a couple of them on LeBron, that's absolutely true. But to ignore and to gloss over the fact that one guy has made those shots at a higher percentage, at a higher rate, and over a longer period of time than any player ever.
It's not about higher percentage. It's about who he trusts. It's about who he trusts. We're talking about a guy that made a comment. We cannot sit up here in the media and get upset when a guy is being honest and transparent. That's what he believes.
Listen. We can easily continue this conversation the rest of the day, but I got to get to this little in or out quickly. Big story yesterday, the NBA, according to reports, Doc Rivers has reached an agreement on a 5-year deal to become the next head coach for the Philadelphia 76ers. I can't believe it took so long. Broussard, you in or out on Doc Rivers being a good fit with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons as the next Sixers head coach?
I'm in. He's better than Mike D'Antoni. That's who they were going to hire if it wasn't Doc. So Doc's definitely a better fit. I'm glad Doc's getting such a quick and immediate chance at redemption because he was disappointing with the Clippers. There's just no other way to look at it, not just this year, but through his tenure there. He'll get a chance at redemption. I do think he's a good coach. Let's see what he does in Philly.
Yeah, we talked about this when everything blew up with Philly in the bubble. We talked about they didn't have any leadership. This is your leadership here. You had Jimmy Butler that could potentially be that guy. You let him go. He's now in Miami in the finals. This is the guy that can come in and galvanize that locker room. This is a great move by the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, Nick, I think this is a
Ross.
massive home run. And when I read that he was watching game 1 of the finals with Josh Harris, I was like, oh, this is his job. You sit down with a coach and you watch a finals game, everything that he must have been pointing out. I think Josh Harris looked at him like, oh, this is our guy. I don't need D'Antoni. I got a long-term contract with Doc. This is a home run for the Sixers.
2 quick points. One is an underrated part of this. The Sixers owe Tobias Harris about $150 million more. Tobias Harris played the best basketball of his life under Doc Rivers. We talk so much about Embiid and Simmons needing to play better. Tobias Harris got to play up to that max contract or at least close. Maybe Doc can get the most out of them. While strategically Doc has been, I don't want to say undressed, but he's been made to look bad in some playoff series. His star players tend to get along and like each other. I think that's very important with Simmons and Embiid. And so I do like this hire for Philly, and I like the fact that it's redemption for Doc. And by the way, I just got a text from Kyrie. He said he'll take Ben Simmons for the game-winning shot over LeBron, too. So just so you guys